Greetings, mortals, and welcome back to Harvester.
Aaron, I'm the one who does the intros.
I'm rising up against this tyranny here, right now.
Well, this will be the last playthrough you do on this channel for quite some time, so... Alright, so the Cupid doll is used to open this right here. By the way, this should be the...
Like you're walking towards the camera.
We have 2 USA flags, and you need to take both of them. America. You want to guess what we'll use those flags for? You will not guess what we'll use the flags for.
Stabbing weapons.
No, they're not weapons. I am very surprised that a game as controversial as this did not use a US flag as a weapon, but...
They're already on, like, thin ice. They didn't want to make anyone else angry.
They actually need to censor some parts in Europe. In fact, one very particular scene that we have not seen yet.
They always need to censor things in Europe.
In that Ranger Rick, whatever his name was, lunchbox, there's another sandwich that I should not have eaten yet, but I did.
In my tin lunchbox?
Yeah.
What's on your lunchbox?
There's a bunch of like wooden planks around this place, and you need to grab, I think, at least 2 of them. Was I standing on the couch for a second?
Yeah, because Steve doesn't care about no rules. Look at him go.
Yeah. This is when the game's engine starts to break at the seams a little bit. Like, you can start to tell a little bit about, like I don't know, it seems like his steps are segmented, if that makes sense. Like, you press right once and then he walks to a place, not necessarily to where you click. I have no idea what the purpose of this room is supposed to be. The guy calls this thing a flaming zombie, which doesn't really make sense to me.
So it's a gay zombie.
No, it's just a zombie that's on fire.
It's my rainbow zombie.
There's a fire extinguisher in here for some reason, and I think in the back, that lighter fluid I think is for the chainsaw. Tastes great. Have another, dear.
Are those cigarettes?
Complimentary coffin nails.
Or that. I love eating. I had a bowl of nails for breakfast without any milk.
Is this room supposed to be a commentary on smoking? Because I kind of don't see it.
I don't know. Do you think I know anything the game dog?
I don't know where you're supposed to find the answer to this puzzle, but this is what you do with it, these 2 masks. Aaron, you know how some reviewers always try to find like nitpick things that are wrong with something?
Yeah.
I'm like the complete opposite of that. Like, I'm actively searching for reasons for stuff in this game. Like, what is the purpose of that smoking room?
Well, it's like how most common, cartoon reviewers, if there's like an animation mistake, they're like, there's a reason for this deep-rooted in the lore.
Yeah, I'm like Mr. Enter, but I nitpick about positive stuff instead.
I'm like every Steven Universe theory creator.
Oh my goodness. Once again, this room doesn't really have much of a purpose. I actually went back a bit because that mask room, you don't need to go in there until very later. In fact, I think it might even be a point of no return. There's a hooked flail somewhere in that. You don't need to pick it up, but if you do, you actually get a unique cutscene.
Yay!
And there's nothing here. But they still made the graphic. Which, again, just tells me that there has to be a reason for it.
This was we were planning something, but we needed to dump everything here.
I guess?
It was like, we were planning to have this fleshed out.
So we're gonna
fight
Mr. Kane again, but equip the hooked flail for it. Specifically for this boss. You'll see why in a second.
I'm gonna tear off those arms with this hooked flail.
Oh, wait, no, we're not fighting Mr. Kane.
Fine work.
Hey, you.
I think this is the same actor who did Mr. Boyle.
You're in luck.
Yeah,
or Postmaster, whatever his name was. The
kindly old man.
The post office guy who we blackmailed at the start of the game.
Yeah.
Generally not considered for initiation. The young lady is
So this guy tells you where Stephanie might be. Because, we think she might still be alive.
You know, the spine.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, before we went in, Steve got this hypothesis that she might just still be alive, but I killed him. That guy tells you about the Cupid doll and also photographs of vaguely familiar strangers. And the fact that they look like very real pictures tells me that oh dang, I can't really tell why this is interesting to me without actually going into late game spoilers, but yeah, I do feel that has something to do with that.
Maybe it's the post room where it's all like, this is where we put all of our Kickstarters. You know, if they remake Harvester, they have to do that.
Oh, dang.
If you pay us $1,000, we'll put your picture in the game in that one room.
Yeah, so that guy tells you about the clown. I think he only calls him by his name. It doesn't actually tell you that he's a clown. Hit Mr. Kane once with the hooked flail. You tear his eyes out, and now he basically doesn't attack you anymore. Oops. This is the only fight in the game with a character that has a quote-unquote weakness, and I find that very strange.
How'd you tear his entrails out?
I don't know how he teared his entrails out. I think that would happen no matter what. Sold materials possession since the death of his brother. They were planning to do more with this guy, weren't they? Huh.
I think maybe like this game was gonna be like a lot longer,
I
but
mean,
like
that's typically the case with these sorts of things.
But like space issues happened or timing stuff happened, or maybe they were even gonna make the game more controversial with some stuff.
That's, you know, honestly, legitimately, I think that might be the case. Dang, I want like a Did You Know Gaming episode on this one, like on this game. Maybe I should make one.
Yeah, dude, collect all that info.
I've teased this idea a couple times. Legitimately, I would actually do a big like video essay on this game and just talk about its symbolism because I find it all very interesting.
Yeah, I think it'll be for a niche market, but it may get more attention towards this game.
Dude, anything to get more attention on Harvester because I love this game so much.
Explain the wasp lady.
I might actually.
Here is your clue. Along with the positions of his pieces, the chess master holds the key to the third level, always in his thoughts.
So Tara's...
That's the clue?
That's your clue?
I love the delivery of that line. So yeah, that's where you're supposed to find out that you're supposed to like chop his head open and take the key.
It's like, oh, I'll keep memories with you within my heart. I'll find a photograph in your heart. Oh, there we go. Yeah, quality. Everyone dies today.
He has really good handwriting. I write in cursive too.
Let's go. Oh, we're gonna go look at the books. Let's see what they have for manga.
A room filled with unused books.
Excuse, where is your manga? Can I read yours comics?
All right, so now we're going back here. I wanted to do those things before we did all that. And Steve?
Hey, bud. Hey, buddy.
Oh, I think I forgot to cut this out. Oh, no.
Oh, it's like the Dark Sea 2 Let's
I watched over this like 4 times to make sure I didn't get anything, but apparently I didn't. Also, I can't wait to find out what the symbolism behind the washing room is.
You know, Steve just needed a moment to have all this sink in.
Blood water swirls behind the glass. That's what it says. So this would explain why everyone has such clean clothing despite how bloody the place is.
Just a really good cleaning staff.
These look like Stephanie's clothes.
Oh no!
Huh. Okay. I think that's all these 2 rooms serve, actually.
It's a mad cosplay party. This is just a really weird convention.
Okay, this part I don't understand either. It's like a boiler room. I hear that if you spend too long in here, you die, but it's never happened to me. What you have to do is that there's a wrench on the floor, as well as I think 3 pipes. And you need to collect them all, then take them to the center room and do sort of like a minor plumbing puzzle.
That didn't work. Damn. Well, that didn't work.
There's a lot of red herrings in this room, too. Like, a lot of pipes you can't really do anything with, per se.
I think I still have the doll with you.
Yeah, the doll we keep until end. In fact, that doll makes an appearance during the ending.
He's our comfort friend.
Okay.
You need him around.
So what you need to do,
Lucky, I love you.
Our Lucky's outside. Alright, so turn that valve off.
You're gonna blow up
then
this building.
You attach... Again, you die if you don't do this in time, but I don't know why, or I don't know how, nor have I ever seen it happen. Okay. You have to use the wrench on, something here. Yeah, you have to take that pipe off. This is very convoluted. But...
I like the fact that Steve looks like this while he's talking to everyone. That's his face right now.
Again, that's your health meter. I'm at 1 health right now.
Welcome to fun time.
Aaron, I said I did the whole second part of the lodge of 1 health, but you really want to hear a secret? I actually had to reload and do the entire lodge over again in the second to last, when I got to the second to last room, because I just could not do it with 1 health.
No.
Yeah. So I lied a little bit, but I think I got off way worse by having to redo this whole area over again. In fact, some footage you see from this is actually from that second recording. I edited together pretty seamless, I feel.
You did it.
And we get another key.
This game and logic heckin' keys.
You can tell a adventure game has given up on its logic if you're just getting keys all over the place.
Where is like your pizza pie that you used to unlock the door somehow?
Oh man, there's a moment in King's Quest 5.
King's Quest 5.
King's Quest 5 where you defeat a random blue collar worker. Where you defeat a Yeti by throwing a pie in his face and he falls off a cliff.
In King's Quest 5.
King's Quest 5. All right, ready for another death?
Always. It's like Devilman in here.
Aaron, that's the scene that happens if you stay in DNA's diner for too long after setting it on fire. It just plays that. Oh, more save files. I think I've officially used all of them at this point.
Oops.
I said I would speed up every cutscene, Aaron. I accidentally walked into it.
Except for the Ranger cutscenes. Kept them in.
I forgot those were there. And Alright, so we're going to put these wooden planks on molten lava.
That makes sense. All this makes sense.
If you stay on the planks for too long, you will also die. Yeah, as I'm leaving, you can see that one start to set fire. And then here's a crushing moment. Yeah, the wall's crushing down.
Yes. Yes.
Well, here's something weird about that last room.
What?
The second time I died, I clicked on the middle of the plank and he walked past it. Which I swear that's what happened actually. Which is what I meant when I said that this game starts to fall apart at the seams a little bit at this point from a technical standpoint. I feel like how movement works is that there are like certain locations you can walk to, and like clicking will just bring you. With all the gruesome scenes in this game, I am very surprised they didn't animate him being crushed to death.
No one blood splatter.
Yeah, like I can't.
Come on.
Aaron, so I remember when I asked you if you want to guess what the USA flags would be used for.
Oh, that makes sense.
We're gonna use them as columns.
So with the power of America,
we're going to stop this press.
The press represents the fake news.
Oh my goodness. Aaron, this made no sense to me, but a couple days ago I saw a hydraulic press video where someone tried to crush a deck of cards, but it wouldn't work.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you know what, if it is straight enough, and it is tall enough, and the center is thick enough, I guess this could work. And that pushes down those two buttons the flags are on, which opens the doors again. So, yeah, there we go. And here's our last enemy before,
another blue collar worker.
I feel like this is the same actor who did, what's his name, Loomis? Like, his head shape just seems kind of similar. Alright, so that's the second floor. Let's go up to the third one.
Let's go, one more time.
Yep, okay, this is the final part of the game, we're at the final stretch.
Get hyped!
Now, this is when the game starts to make no sense whatsoever.
To bring out that fresh symbolism, because Adam's flipping out his phone.
No, I'm just opening the... I figured... Actually, I don't think there are any more unique,
Oops, never mind.
This is the Temple of the Mystery of Abstinence. Do not eat of the food or you will be punished. All within are hereby bound to a vow of abstinence. No
sex on the table.
The guy in the middle is played by Jack Irons, which sounds like a porn suit name, but whatever. Oh my goodness, he's been in like 50 movies.
Is that an anime?
Wait, who is this guy?
Who does he play in all of
Late Night with Jimmy Fallon? Arctic Tail? Wait, Tony Hawk? Oh yeah, this is the most controversial part of the game that actually got censored in Europe. We're so busy by the fat guy that we actually saw that.
You don't know the half of it.
Pretty good effects, not the best.
Yeah, those are actually some pretty good practical blood effects. So I didn't expect a pro-abstinence message from this game.
Stand. Sucking the life out of you.
Yeah, a little bit about that last room. You need to wait for the Grand Poobah to finish eating, and then you can kill him and then move on. But if you move or try to eat the food yourself, the agent will kill you, and his gun is really accurate. Like, he'll kill you in like 3 shots. I said I would repeat. I would speed up all repeat cutscenes. So.
Is that the bliss of motherhood? That's the mystery. Just what the world needs. More greedy little mouths to feed. Children suck the life out of society. They have to be protected, nurtured. Everything has to be childproof and rendered childish. Sadly, they'll suck the life out of you too. You too.
Oh, there we go.
And of course we have to kill them. Alright, so... Okay, this is...
It didn't even hit you!
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure if I mentioned this yet, but the fighting is very finicky in this game.
If you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
This
There we go.
is the mystery of motherly love.
Now, at this point, we're starting to get to the temples of the mystery of blank. And, like, every single room is a different temple. And, like, the last temple was, the Temple of Abstinence, I think. This one is the Temple of Motherly Love. And all of them, I think, are supposed to be symbolic of something. And others, I think, are just there for shock value.
Oh, wouldn't surprise me.
When I first played this, actually, I thought this might have been some kind of reference to the 7 Deadly Sins. You know, because the first one was like gluttony. This one, like, there's one later with a prostitute, I think might have been, like, lust or something. But looking through this again, there are actually 12 of these. So
Oops,
it can't be the 7 Deadly Sins. And, of course, you can kill the mother after you're done. And, like, every single time the doors are locked from the other side. So you're basically railroad at this point.
So am I 14 and this is deep?
Welcome to the Temple of the Mystery of Religion.
Oh yeah, I'm 14 and this is deep.
This one I actually find especially striking. I have a feeling it's supposed to be a commentary on religious echo chambers. And you'll see why once we start actually talking with this guy, or interacting with him.
So write your theories in the comments below.
This guy is going to ask you a series of questions about God. And if you give the quote-unquote wrong answers, his followers will attack you. Oops. And the followers are holding, I think, money bags.
Oof, I'm 14 and this is deep.
Yep, just slaps you with it.
Kill by the money!
By the way, both followers have unique actors for whatever reason, and one of them is just Simon.
It's my favorite character.
Like, he doesn't have a last name, he's just called Simon, and of course, he's only an harvester.
Because they got these people from off the street.
So these are the actual answers. You need to tell them that you believe in God.
You are wise. His mercy anoints us.
I kind of don't like this guy's delivery. I think he needs to get a move on a bit, but I think it just kind of fits with how crazy this is. You need to tell him that God exists in heaven. Now, subjectively, both of those answers could have been correct. You know, depending on the kind of person you are, assuming you are Christian. But now he's going to tell you if he bounces on a swing or frolics with wombats. I don't know any form of Christianity that subscribes to that form of logic. Well, that's the correct answer. And now he's asking you if he uses a staff or wombat herding equipment.
It's like when people take a lot of stuff out of context from religions and stuff while ignoring other things.
I honestly think, like, I'm being serious here. I think this is more a commentary on religious echo chambers, because by laws of average, like, there are millions of Christians in the world. There may be someone who thinks like this. And he may have power and may kill you if you don't think otherwise.
We're talking about strawberry preserves now.
No. What is God? Is God a jar of preserves, a sneaker, a hoagie, a trip to Brazil, or a new car?
Oh, that makes sense now.
Again, like...
Oh, that tweet you did make sense.
By laws of average, there probably is someone who went to Brazil and was so enlightened by his trip that he thinks Brazil is the embodiment of God or something. What do you think the right answer is?
Well, I think I voted for a pair of sneakers.
It's Brazil. Aaron, he would have killed you. if you didn't agree with him, if you didn't have the quote-unquote right opinions. Like, I don't know, I find this room especially striking for whatever reason. Like,
it's weird because at the top there's like
why are there cow butts there? That's my one question about this area.
No, at the top, the embroiderment, like we have menorah, the Star of David.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice that. Look at all the religious
symbol.
symbols up top.
The Islam crescent moon and star. Yeah, so maybe all this means something, and a cross in the middle.
I didn't even notice all the religious symbols up there. Dang.
So maybe it's like, it isn't just Christianity, it's all religion, and then the cows.
Well, I did say it was a commentary on religious echo chambers. I didn't say which religion. Although Christianity is the obvious one because it is talking about the God. Also, all the three of these people are separate actors, and they don't even get lines. They're just down on the floor. I think I can't find them right now, but I think on IMDb they were called, like, Vietnamese son, Vietnamese lady, or Vietnamese daughter.
Welcome to symbolism.
Imagine playing a corpse.
They invite you. So what do you want us to do? Lay there.
I think this guy might be the same actor who did Potsdam, but it doesn't sound like him at all.
It looks exactly like him.
But it doesn't sound like him.
You know, some people can do crazy stuff with their voice, like how Duke Nukem voiced Big the Cat.
Now this is another message I find kind of striking as well. This guy is talking about how he went to Vietnam and he was basically an assassin there, like he was paid to kill, but he comes home and then all his training makes him a criminal. Does that make him a good guy or a bad guy? Because if he's in he's doing the same thing, but it just depends on what country he's in, if he's a good guy or a bad guy.
Welcome to Deep. There he goes.
Yeah, in my opinion, this is actually one of the easiest fights. He doesn't really attack often, and his weapon is not really that long range.
He got his head off, despite being a paid assassin.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do this.
You don't even find anything on him. Oh, and here's where the sensitization, I think, starts to kick in a little bit. Hold on. I think I actually show off the weapons for whatever reason. Yeah, just use the scythe at this point. I'd have the gun if you still have ammo for it, and you should still have ammo for it. Like, my goodness.
Yeah, don't be an Adam.
Cool, nice lamp!
Ha! Nice lamp!
I just killed a guy. Nice lamp!
Ha! Nice hat!
Alright. Well, next episode, we'll be finishing Harvester. See you folks then.
Y'all better be ready for this wild and crazy ride.